you were asked to do something and you're like, okay, hey, I could do that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to do this X project or this thing that's been asked of me, but is it gonna move me closer towards my ultimate dream, my ultimate goal? If the answer is not a hell yes, it needs to be a hell no. It has to be that clear. Hvala vam for joining me today on What's Your One Thing? And hvala vam, you might be wondering, is thank you in Croatian. Turns out I might be slightly popular in Croatia at the moment because this podcast is number 137 in the charts in society and culture. So hvala vam to all my Croatian listeners. All right, in today's episode, we are going to tackle something that might be difficult for you, and that is saying no. In past episodes, we've talked about how in order to find your purpose or your calling, you're going to need to experiment. You're going to need to try different things. And that might mean saying yes to new experiences, to new things you haven't tried, to see if that might be something you want to pursue further. This episode is going to be for the people that might have an inkling that they have found their calling or their passion, or at least something they want to stick to for the next 6 to 5 months, years, whatever. You have this feeling that what you're doing now might be something that you would like to continue moving forward. And that is great. That's fantastic. I want everybody to get to that point. But once you're there, you kind of have to flip that script a little bit, because it's not about experimenting. Now it's about diving deeper. And in order to dive deeper into a topic, into a subject, into a field, you have to be able to say no to everything else. And this is so difficult because in order to find the yes that is your calling, that is your vocation, that is your future, you're going to say no to a lot of interesting, cool, and fun opportunities. And that is where the problem lies with becoming an expert, with grit, perseverance, is being able to say no to those fun, to those exciting, but not the right direction. I'm learning through this process that you're always running either to something or away from something. So to put this into perspective, are you running towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards a new aspiration? Are you trying to continuously improve? Are you trying to gain knowledge, gain skill? Are you running towards something? That's great. That's where we want to get to. The flip side of that, we're always running. But are you running away from something? Are you avoiding somebody, something? Are you trying to get away from your past? Are you trying to avoid certain things? You're running for the sake of getting away. That is not a direction. That is going into the void. That is avoiding your true purpose, your true calling. All right, you can't find anything by running away from it. So let's tie this all together. Let's make this a nice, short, sweet episode. This is for those that have found their item that they would like to move forward with. This is something that you have a passion for. This is something that you might have recently discovered and you want to dive deeper into it. You're going to have to say no to everything else. Okay, some interesting opportunity is going to come your way that has nothing to do with this field, passion, or study that you have just discovered. Somebody's going to want you to, go on a trip, or somebody's going to want you to go see a movie. Somebody's going to want you to go do something, speak at an event, but it's not on the topic that you're interested in at the moment. These are all really fun things, but it's going to distract you. It's going to take you away from what is truly important. This is going to be you running away from your dreams, goal, aspirations. Don't do that. Stick the course, and it's going to be tough. You're going to feel that FOMO, like, man, I'm missing out. It is Saturday night, and I'm here going down a rabbit hole learning about pottery. But you're not. You are flexing that creative muscle. You are gaining deeper knowledge. You are becoming an expert, and it takes time, and it takes dedication, and it takes practice. But you have to give yourself that time. You have to be dedicated, and you have to actually put in the practice. So, this week's challenge, say no to something. Say no to something that in another world, another life, you actually would do. Or maybe it is something you have done in the past, and now just use that as your reason to be okay not to do it again. You were asked to do something and you're like, okay, hey, I could do that. It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing to do this X project or this thing that's been asked of me, but is it gonna move me closer towards my ultimate dream, my ultimate goal? If the answer is not a hell yes, it needs to be a hell no. It has to be that clear. Really, if you're ever having to decide whether if it's a hell yes or a hell no, I think you know the answer to that. It's pretty much always going to be a hell no. If the first instance you hear it, you're not absolutely, that will definitely progress me where I need to get, then it is time to start saying no. Okay, that's it, short and sweet. So go into this week, your challenge, what's your one thing I want you to do? Is to say no, all right? And do it nice. Do it polite, let them down gently, but also don't sugarcoat it. Don't try to say, oh, I can't do it now, but come back to me again. If it's gonna be a no, make sure that they know it is a no, or at least for this season of your life. That is it. If you struggle with this, or you would like to tell me what you said no to put more time into your passion, I'd love to hear about it. You can email the show at whatsyourone@gmail.com. That's the words what's your, the number one, and the word thing @gmail.com. I love hearing from you guys. It makes this whole lonely process a lot less lonely. Again, I am just in a room. I'm talking to the void, but I am running towards my dream, my goal, my aspiration, which is just to help people get to where I know they can be. If you're listening to this, you can do it, you will do it, and I am just the nudge to push you in that right direction. Okay, with that, I will leave you. Again, hvala vam, I appreciate you, and I will catch all you beautiful people next week. See ya. Peace.